Welcome back. Behind every successful farming venture, there are challenges and problems that accrue to hinder quality production. As for Martin, the challenges affecting his stock are the disease outbreak that affect his brooding and breeding stock.
There are so many diseases. Some are airborne, some are virus caused, some are water caused. So if you know how these diseases manifest themselves, then you can be able to make a treatment or have something of the sort that can sort that out. One of the main challenges, and which I know is affecting many, is breakout of diseases such as Newcastle, fowlpox. Some diseases are very disastrous. Yeah? Some are like Newcastle, but fortunately there is vaccine for that. So once you curb those diseases with vaccination, then you're on the go. Another challenge, of course, is market. Yes, we have not yet satisfied the Kenyan market. Guys nowadays are importing poultry products from Uganda. Yes, why are we not producing like them? There is a very big challenge here. First of all, cost of feeds, access to information, and also access to these vaccines can be quite tiresome to a Kenyan poultry farmer.
Through proper management practices, a farmer can be able to secure their production rate on the farm to match their expectations.
For you to set up a poultry farm, yeah, first of all, not even necessarily about the money. Groundwork is very important. Yeah, do research. Your product, who are you going to sell your products to, even before keeping them? Of course, visit as many successful farms as possible. Get to talk to these farmers, know their challenges, know what is expected for you to as a poultry farmer. Then from there on, you can now collect your finances and venture into the business. One thing I know is for sure, poultry startup business is very low. You can start with any amount which you have. You can even start with 10,000. Yes, but taking into fact, these birds need to be fed, vaccinated, and marketed. Yes. Those are the three basic important rules in poultry.
Martin has secured a hatching machine, which he uses to hatch his new breeding stock. Hatching using the mechanized system reduces the number of unhatched eggs, but this will be dependent on how you manage and handle the eggs before placing them in the hatchery machine.
This is where we do our hatching. As you can see, the chicks are many here. So hatching, first it starts from the first thing, yeah? Handling the egg. How you handle the egg matters a lot. For you to get 100% hatch rate, you must handle the egg correctly. First of all, make sure you have no dirty hands while you're placing the eggs inside the incubator. Also, your hands should not be oily or moist. Yes, such factors are what makes people get less egg hatch rate. Yes. From there on, place your eggs in the setter. We have the machine, it's fully automatic. You place the eggs, and on the 21st day, the eggs hatch automatically. Yes. So you place the eggs on these trays. After placing the eggs on the trays, the machine runs itself automatically until the 21st day you get your hatchlings.
Improper management of the hatchery machine may lead to fewer eggs being hatched. Therefore, a farmer should control the humidity and temperature at the correct given degrees to produce all the chicks from the eggs placed in the hatchery machine.
Incorrect temperature and humidity settings. Another reason, egg handling. They should not, maybe they touch the eggs with oil, or the eggs were moist, or the eggs were dirty. Another thing, if the eggs stay for more than 7 days, the embryo dies. So the egg is no longer fertilized, but more of a table egg than an incubation egg. So note those factors. The eggs should not stay more than 7 days before incubation. Yes, don't touch them with oily hands. Also make sure you avoid opening and closing of the incubator, because once you do that, the readings kind of interchange. Yes, so you must make sure that your incubators are clean and all the time they are closed.
Martin takes us through a process that a poultry farmer should be able to detect that the eggs are ready for hatchery and their fertility to go through the incubation process.
There's a system called candling. On the 5th day, you check your eggs if they are fertilized. Yes. Candling involves placing the eggs on top of a source of light. If the eggs is passing through light, then that means the egg is not fertilized. But if the egg is dark, no light is passing through, that means the eggs are fertilized. After the 21st day, you must make sure that your brooder is ready. You remove the chicks from the setter into the brooding system. Now the brooding system ensures that the chicks are very healthy and warm. Yes. And you must observe them every now and then, because this is the critical stage for brooding. Day old until week olds. That's where the chicks are most likely to die. And this is the time they require more management.
As for Martin, what does he do to ensure that the chicks are safe to undergo the brooding stage?
Once the chicks are here, we place them here for a week. After a week, we look at the ones which are bigger than the rest. We take the big ones, we place them in another brooder, so that these other small sized can be able to feed continuously. There are a couple of vaccines. There are about 9 vaccines from when they are day old until they are 2 months old. The first one is done at day 1. It's called narrates. It's a very, very important vaccine. If you don't vaccinate your birds against it, the symptoms will manifest themselves with twisting necks or unable to walk. The birds are unable to walk correctly. Another vaccine is Gumboro at day 8. Yes. Another one is Gumboro second dose at day 18. Another vaccine that should be done is Newcastle vaccine at 21 days. Yes. From there on, feed the chicks correctly, and on the 6th week, vaccinate them against fowlpox. It's also a very important vaccine. On the 2nd month, you vaccinate them against fall typhoid. Yes. And from 2 months, the birds now can be able to free range. You can now open the birds and they can roam outside. Because as I've said, these are kienyeji. They can either be kept semi-intensively or free range.
Every living thing depends on food to obtain strength to survive. For poultry birds, a farmer should have a feeding regime that helps him to keep the bird on well nutrition and balanced dietary. A bird should not be overfed, because when full, they tend to start picking the feeds not to eat but just to keep them busy.
There are correct nutritions or amount of grams each bird should consume. So once you pass those details or those measurements or the amount of grams they should eat, of course you are overfeeding them. Yes, and if you feed them less than the required amount, that is 40 grams per bird per day, of course you are underfeeding them. Yes, and birds usually have a way of telling you that they have stress or they are hungry. They make a chirping noise. Yes, once they make that chirping noise and it's too much, you just know there's something wrong. You go and look. If there is no feeds, add. If there is no water, add.
Martin makes a lucrative amount from selling chicks that they are day old to 3 weeks old, depending on a customer's preference and desire. His income depends on the number of chicks he sells. The chicks range between 80 to 100 Kenyan shillings. In a good day, Martin sells a bunch of 250 to 450 chicks. Therefore, this means on average, he earns about 300,000 shillings from the sale.
The amount of money I make depends on the hatchlings I get. Yes, let's say I produce 4,000 chicks in a week and I sell each at 100 shillings. That's 400,000 Kenya shillings in a week. Now minus the cost of production, which comes to around 100,000 Kenya shillings. So in a good week, I can make some good amount of money. It's not as quick that you can make much money or quick money. It takes time. Yes. So you must go through all the details, all that is required, even before investing. But it's a very good opportunity for those guys who want to start, especially for those guys who are job seekers. Yes. It requires less startup capital. Returns are very fast over a very short period of time. And of course, it does not require any educational background. You don't have to have a degree or a certificate to do poultry. Our products are packaged in these boxes. This ensures that they reach safe to their destinations with zero mortalities. Yes, as you can see, they are properly aerated for the birds to have fresh air when they are through their journey. Yes. And we can deliver our birds anywhere in the country using these boxes. Yes. We also put some shredding materials As you can see, make sure that the excrete or the feces from the birds are absorbed and they don't stick on the boxes. This one can take 50 birds. Yes, they will.
Martin is not only interested in Kienyeji poultry farming, but has also invested in ornamental bird farming. He says ornamental birds are very profitable to venture in. His plans are to expand into ornamental bird farming as an income generator through selling the birds for meat, eggs, and for interested farmers to start rearing.
I've done ornamental birds, but not on a large scale. Yeah, I've discovered there's a big opportunity in these birds. We have the geese, we have the ducks, we have the goose, and we have the kangas and the guinea fowls. There's a very big opportunity for these birds. And apart from that, there are so many ways you can make money in the poultry industry. Apart from selling chicks, apart from selling eggs, you can distribute equipments, you can sell feeds, and also you can do ornamental birds.
Young people should take up agriculture as an agribusiness activity that helps in self-employment and job security. Martin is happy because he believes that he is a successful farmer and does not care how other people perceive him in his farming. He visions to have a big bird farm which will be able to be a one-stop shop for many farmers, producers, and consumers.